Evening. Welcome to Stampin' by Hannah here, live on YouTube. Welcome if you are also watching the replay. I am just checking that I am live and in the right place. I am fabulous. My name is Hannah. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I am based in the UK, in the northeast of England. And yeah, that means anything that you see on my channel, you can purchase in my online store. So the link to that is always in the down bar below. If you can't find it, just drop me a message and I will point it out to you. But it should be there. It should be there right now. If you're watching YouTube as YouTube, if you are on a telly, you might need to find an alternative way of, if you go to my blog, so you've got stampinbyhannah.co.uk, you better find all the links there as well, or my Instagram page, which is at stampinbyhannah. Super simple. And there's loads of links on my Instagram. From my Instagram, you can find any of my other content, because Instagram's kind of where I hang out more than anything else. That's a lot of waffle for the time being. So, hello, Julie. Lovely to see you. I have two Christmas cards for you today. Really, both kind of similar in the same sort of vein, but I thought we would use some Christmas stamp sets from the annual catalogue. So we've got Christmas Season and Christmas to Remember coordinating dies. I love these dies. They are one of my favourite sets because they've got such fabulous labels in them. I just think they're brilliant. And I've also got the stitched stylish. I was going to call them stitched shapes or something then, but I don't mean that. I mean stylish shapes. Because I just can't put these away. They're my absolute favourite. So I've got those. I'm going to put them off to one side because I've already got the dies out. I'm going to put these off to one side because I haven't worked out what I'm doing with them yet. So, shall we get to crafting? I have got two cards kind of prepped already. I've already gone ahead and done some heat embossing because I just don't like doing it live on camera. I have got a crumb cake card base to start with today. I love this colour. Absolutely love this colour. Now, my craft room is currently still a bit of a mess. We had I had a team event over on Sunday as a kind of Stampin' Up on stage alternative, and that we hosted virtually, me and my friend Heidi. We had a brilliant day, but my craft room is still in a bit of disarray from it. And my son actually finally went to sleep about 15 minutes ago. So I haven't had the opportunity to prep as much as I normally would. So things like I was literally doing that heat embossing at 7:25 in the hope that I would get everything ready and done. Not a chance. So, crumb cake card base and a layer of basic white. And then I've got a scrap for my stitched square and a scrap for some stamping. So let's do the stamping bit first, because then we'll have to die cut it all together. So the Christmas season stamp set, I just love this, particularly for the pinecone stamps. So I'm going to take all 4 pinecone stamps. I haven't got any blocks ready, so this is going to get loud in a second as I move all my blocks around. It really has been one of those weeks, actually. I am super excited because I'm on annual leave from my day job from tomorrow, which means I get lots of crafty time on Friday, because my kids are at nursery. So I've been kind of writing a kind of tick list in my head of all the things I want to get done in my craft room on Friday. And actually one of the jobs I've managed to get done already, which was organise. I've got files for all my postage. And I've been posting quite a bit of stuff out recently. And it's all a bit of a mess. So I managed to do that this evening. So I've got more crafty time now. So these are 2-step stamps. And I'm going to stamp this off. And that one's got a bubble in it, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. So this is crumb cake stamped off. And the reason that I just like crumb cake stamped off, I think it's really pretty. Just taken down a little bit, because it can be a bit dark. And I don't want it dark yet. So I stamp there's a more solid one. You can tell that there's like one that layers on top of each other. Not explaining myself very well this evening. I will get there. And then there's a little one as well. They're so cute. So that's the crumb cake bit. And then I've also got soft suede. Now, soft suede is a colour I don't use very often because I'm not a massive fan. And I was looking at my stamp pads this evening going, well, I was going to pull out early espresso. And I thought that's really boring because I pull early espresso out all the time. I'm going to pull soft suede instead. So I'm going to stamp it and then stamp it off and just see what colour I fancy. I think I'm going to go full strength. I'm going to be big and brave, put my big girl knickers on and go for full strength. Now these are 2-step stamps, but they're not like, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be completely, totally accurate. It doesn't really matter, because if it's not, you can't really tell. I've got a runny nose. Why does I always end up with a runny nose when I start filming? So, and then that one. How cute are they? They're just adorable. So, I'm now just looking at my sketch. I've got a very, very sketchy sketch off to one side. I'm going to pop all of those out of the way and grab my mini cut and emboss. I love this gadget. It's so handy. So I am just going to chop up my pine cones just to make it slightly easier to run them through the machine. I have put everything on top of my plates. Oh, seriously. How is everybody else's week going? I hope it's going better than today, for me anyway. Right. Need a pine cone and I need some washi tape because otherwise that's going to move around all over the place. Just a bit of washi tape on there. So I'm going to split that in half and I'll use the other bit for the little one. So these dies take a second to line up, but it is absolutely worth it. So run that through, she says. There we go. Get there in the end. I feel like there's a lot of Stampin' Up stuff going on at the moment. Or there's a lot of stuff going on. Or I feel like there's a lot of Stampin' Up stuff going on at the moment. The new, or the next catalogue, the January to April, which is a change in date, catalogue arrived in my hands this afternoon. Shall I tell you a secret as well? It's not even come out the cellophane yet. That's just, yeah. So it's still all in its packaging. But once I've done this live and got my tea in the oven, I'm gonna sit down and write my list ready for the 1st of December. One of the things as a demonstrator we get is one of the perks is pre-order. So that starts on the 1st of December for the catalogue that goes live to customers on the 4th of January, which is not far away. You know, when you sort of suddenly realise that, oh my goodness, Christmas literally is round the corner. I have not made enough Christmas cards. I have not done enough Christmas shopping. I have not ordered a turkey yet. And it all just gets a bit fraught. Back to Stampin' Up world though, because we've got a new catalogue coming, that means there is also a last chance coming. That starts on the 1st of December. There's some good stuff in there. There's some really good stuff in there. And what else is on my list? Very exciting thing that's kind of more personal to me than Stampin' Up as a whole. If you shop with me this month, and if you spend more than £45, or if you're a member of my team, you will receive a bundle of tutorials. There's 46 tutorials coming out to you if you shop with me. Like I said, £45 is the magic number to get those tutorials, but they will be delivered automatically into your emails. I say automatically. You don't have to ask me for them. They will just arrive, but they won't arrive the same time as you place your order because it means I have to go in and do it. But yeah, isn't that exciting? I was so chuffed. So chuffed to get that sorted. So, let's see. Does this... Yeah. I've put my mini cut and emboss away and I still need to die cut the sentiment. So... not lots of die cutting, quite a bit of die cutting on today's cards. Just because, to be quite honest. And why not? Why not? I do love a bit of die cutting. Right, run that through. Ooh. The other thing, if you're shopping with me this month, don't forget to use the Club code, which I normally have on a post-it note here, and I haven't. I don't know. It is on my blog. It is in the sidebar of the blog, and I will post it this evening onto my Instagram stories so you can find it. So the other thing I haven't die cut yet is my stitched square. Oh, goodness me, my brain is not functioning this evening. It's not even like I've had one of those days. Normally on a Wednesday I say, oh, I've had one of those horrendous days with the kids. I haven't today because James has been off. So we've done nice things, like we all went to baby class this morning, which was a bit of an ordeal as I drop something off the edge of the other side of my desk, which was a bit of an ordeal because it was raining so much. And I got probably 75% of the way to the baby class, and some person who I would like to call lots of horrible names in a car splashed me head to toe with a puddle. You know, you just go, there's just no need for you and to be like, yeah. I screamed and then marched myself back home again. And then drove to the baby class. I was so mad. Like, if you're driving along and there's a great big puddle and a pedestrian, like, you swerve out of the way, don't you? You move. You don't drive directly through the puddle. Like, yeah. So that was not the best start to the day, but it did get better. Did get better. So I am just going to add a little bit, and I'm just trying to think if I'm going to add it in colour or in crumb cake. I think I'm going to add a little bit of Blushing Bride ink. Now, you're going to look at this and go, you're going to do what? I really like this colour combination of Blushing Bride and crumb cake. So I'm just going to add a little hint of pink just to the corner. And I'm probably going to cover most of that back up. But we know it's there. I've been toying with this kind of ink, well, I was going to ink blend it or not. So, oh no, you'll still be able to see it. There. That's the sort of thing we're going for. That's quite large, isn't it? That sentiment is quite large. I might chop that out, actually. See, after we did baby class, and then I ended up, I got a trip to the gym on my own on a lunchtime, and yeah, but the rest of the day's been so busy I haven't actually got changed out my gym clothes either. Gym followed by coffee and cake, so that completely, negates what I did in the gym, of course, but that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. And then the longest walk to school to do school pickup I think I've ever had. But at least it stopped raining by then. So we're just going to layer that square up. Isn't that really pretty? And then I'm going to stick one of these directly onto the card. I'm going to go for a kind of skew width angle. And then these ones, I'm going to pop up on some dimensionals. Just like that. So one there, And then this little one here. So I've got a kind of, I don't know if you can see, a weird stamp mark. It's okay. I'm going to cover it up with that pine cone. I'm going to chop this out. I decided this is too big. It's a very pretty die cut, but it's just too large for what I want. So I'm going to hand chop it out. And I'm going to keep it sort of square. It's not square, but that's absolutely fine. I could sit and intricately fussy cut it out, but I'm not going to do that either. So, I want some seal on that side and a dimensional on the other. Actually, I want two dimensionals, don't I? Ooh. So this, because I've got a dimensional, kind of, it's a double layer, so I've got dimensional here and then another one. So I want to layer these two up so that it'll be at the same height. So, there. And then, I've been trying to use these sequins for ages. You've been watching many of my videos, you must keep seeing these sequins come out and they never get used. Well, today, they're going to get used. And I've got that bit of pink. I think these are kind of more of a fresh freesia colour than a blushing bride. But actually, I think that works okay, actually. Just won't pick up, so let's go for the sharp pointy end instead. I've got cat hair stuck on that one, don't want that. These sit kind of open on my desk, and the cat rubs herself against all of my tools, and so everything gets cat hair in it. So that is card number 1. What do we think? Super simple. I mean, that's taken nearly 20 minutes, I've got to admit. But yeah, really cute. And not, like, overtly Christmassy. Like, you could change that sentiment for something else. I've literally used Christmas because it's in the sentiment set. So that's card number 1. The second card I have is a bit bolder. I have got a card base of shaded spruce for the second one. And we're going to use a very similar kind of sketch. So we've got, this one's going to be, there's a square, but the one on this card is the stitched circle. So like that, there. And then I've got my scrap of basic white. I want to move this card out of the way before I colour it in, because I've got two big bold colours. They are cherry cobbler and shaded spruce. Look, I mean, is that not the most Christmassy colour combination you've ever seen? I'm going to take, I'm just like removing stamps off blocks here. I need my two big blocks back again because I'm going to do holly. So, one, and then the berries. And actually, let's have those ones as well. So I need a smaller block for those. Right. I'm going to do, this is one of those stamps where it stamps together and then die cuts so it's separate. So I'm going to stamp that off, actually. It's very dark. Yeah. A bit too dark. I'm going to stamp one more there. And then I just need some berries. So I'm going to probably do 2 sets of berries now. I'll stamp these over here, see how dark they are, and then I can decide whether I want them full strength or half. I'm going to go with full. And again, I'm going to chop the this cardstock down because otherwise it's not going to run through the mini cut and emboss, because it's quite a narrow opening. It's only like about 8.5, 9 centimetres, something like that. So it can, you're going to have dies that just don't fit, which is fine. And we've got a big machine as well. But I do like using the mini one. It's really handy. So, got my stack of things to die cut. And so yeah, here. So you've got the dies joined together, but it actually cuts them so they're completely separate, which is great because it means that, like, I might want, like, I've stamped them 3 times. I probably don't want 6 leaves, but I might want 5 leaves. Haven't decided. Haven't thought that far ahead. Not thinking very far ahead at all with this video. So we've got leaves. These are so cute. Do like a Christmas card with a holly leaf on it. Just think it's really pretty. There. Is anybody else crafting this evening, or are you just chilling and watching? Do like it when people kind of craft along. It was one of the things that was so lovely about Sunday was that, and I mentioned this, I discussed this on the podcast as well this week, that I don't get to see what you make. So if you're inspired by one of my projects, very rarely do I get anybody who either sends me or tags me in their picture on social media. So it was really nice on Sunday when the ladies posted what they'd made, and we got to see their take on our projects, which was great. We did four projects in 5 hours, 10 till 3, and had just amazing fun. Yeah, a lot of chatting, a lot of dissecting the new Stampin' Up catalogue, which is brilliant. I am so excited. If you are shopping with me regularly, you'll get one automatically. If you want a catalogue, do let me know. I will be putting stuff out on my social media probably later in maybe the weekend, just so I've got a bit of an idea of how many catalogues to order, because I don't want to get left with any, which is why I don't sort of stop sending catalogues for a little bit, because I ordered them and then never got around to sending them because I'm a bad demonstrator, and so yeah, never got around to sending them, and so I've still got, well, I've tidied out some of my craft room this afternoon. I've got what's that, 5 annual catalogues from 3 years ago, some January to June catalogues from a couple of years ago, just never going to go anywhere, probably going to hit the recycling bin. So I don't want to be wasteful. So if you would like a catalogue, do let me know. Like I said, I'm going to send them automatically to anybody that shops with me regularly. But yeah, if you want one, do just let me know. And yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. Die cutting these berries. These are cool because these don't separate. So they go through as one, they stamp as one, they come out as one, which is handy because I think they can be a bit little, can't they? They'd be really tiny if they came apart. You could always cut them off though, because you've got these two that would easily separate if you just wanted one berry for your project. So I'm just going to run this through, and then that is all of our die cutting. I am going to add a little bit of ink blending onto this card, I think, probably in crumb cake. One, because it's handy, and two, it's just like the perfect neutral colour, in my opinion. So, take some crumb cake ink and find... I need some more blending brushes. There are some little ones coming that I'm very excited about. Because I've not got, like, I've just muddied a yellow. So I have to... You can wash them. But I tend to kind of keep them the same colour. So I've got one for blue and one for green and one for yellow and stuff. But you can wash them and the colour will come out of them. But yeah, I've now had to muddy my yellow because I needed a neutral. I will have to get some more. What a shame. So, we've also got in this stamp set these cute little dots. I'm going to add these on as well. Just like that, just to give a little bit more texture. And then we can start layering this card up, can't we? So again, layer with basic white, just as is on the front. All of my card measurements are available over on my blog. So if you go to www.stampinbyhannah.co.uk, and then on the top, if you're on a desktop or a tablet, you should be able to see the same. Where there's a bar along the top, and one of the options should be standard card measurements. It might be under About Me. I can't really remember. I put it there a long time ago. So let's have one of the big leaves, holly leaves, and one of the little ones, just like that. And then I'm going to bring my dimensionals back in, which I've now lost, of course. Hidden on my desk, hidden in plain sight. There. Gonna need some mini dimensionals here, I think, as well. So, gonna pop that one there, that one down here. Let's turn those ones over as well, get my sheet of mini dimensionals. I've got one on the go and then I can never find it. There we go. I think I've got 3 or 4 sheets of dimensionals at the moment where I've got like part used because it's just dimensionals stuck on my fingernail. Honestly. I'll do it again. Yeah, part used because they go in a box and then I forget. They all get mixed together and it's hard to find, so I just pull out another one and end up with like lots of bits of dimensionals. So there. I've actually used all 6 leaves, which is surprising because I don't usually. I'd usually only use a few. And then I've taken the backs off those, but actually I want to put my sentiment on next. So this one says, Season's Greetings. So I'm just going to chop this out because I had envisioned die cutting it with the same die that we cut the original one with, which was this one. But it's just too big. It's just too big for what I need. So I'm just going to chop it out by hand in a kind of rough rectangle. Like that. Like I said, you could spend your time and really fussy cut it, but I'm not going to. Not going to. So this time I just need 1 dimensional on that side and some seal on the other. Just like so. I'm going to pop that there. And then I can pop my berries. So 1 there and 1 Let's see, how do we fancy it? There, like that. Look at that. And then, to finish it off, we use the green sequins. So again, not quite the right shade of green, because I think these are, I don't know what colour these are. I'm not actually sure. They're labelled as colours in the catalogue. But they're very pretty. And they're sequins, so it doesn't really matter. And there we go. That is 2 cards in half an hour. I'm impressed with myself. Look at those. Nice, similar, but subtly different. All using the Christmas season stamp set, which is available in the annual catalogue. And I just, the dies are so good because you've got all of those fabulous labels, as well as all the shapes for your pine cones and your holly. So I think that's everything for this week. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I don't know what's happened to this stamp case. It's really squashed. So yeah, thank you ever so much for joining me. As always, you can shop in my online store. The link is in the down bar below. If you are shopping and spending over £45, don't forget that will get you the tutorial bundle. It might take me a little minute to send you it, but it will come. And I look forward to seeing you again on Sunday night. So on Sunday, I am live over on Facebook. No idea what I'm doing yet. It's in my diary. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.